Hi everyone, it's Southern Magic, and I am sitting down today to talk about my top 10 favorite crystals. So I decided to make this video to discuss the top 10 crystals that I use in my practice that stand out to me. I have a bunch of crystals, but these 10 here are the ones that I would suggest for anyone beginning. If you don't have any crystals, or if you have crystals and you are interested in expanding your collection and working with different ones. If you don't have any of these, I'm going to explain each one and why I like it. So if you like this video and you want to learn more about each crystal, almost all of these I have on my Patreon under crystals. So for $5, you can unlock a specific video on each individual crystal. So I did want to mention that, but if you are not on my Patreon, I did want to offer this video and give you a sneak peek into what we learn about over on my Patreon, as well as give you this video so that you can expand your crystal collection if you don't have one already. So this is not in any particular order. I'm going to be going through all of my favorite crystals here I have in front of me. The first one we're going to talk about is quartz. Quartz, although I said it's not in a specific order, quartz has to be my ultimate number one crystal. So if you don't have any crystals, quartz is going to be the first one that you want to get. And that is because quartz can be substituted as any other crystal if you are doing crystal grids or crystal healing, if you are meditating with the crystals. Quartz is an across-the-board crystal. It can be used in almost every single crystal healing aspect that you could think of. It's a great amplifier, and it's a great beginner stone because the energies are very nice to blend with. Now, each individual piece is going to be different from the next, so it's going to be nice for you to try to hold, or if you're purchasing crystals online, meditate over the images for a few minutes and you will know which one is yours. So quartz is the first one that I'm going to recommend for you guys. Any type of quartz, it could be a cluster, it could be a raw piece, or it could be a point like this. But quartz is probably my ultimate favorite crystal, and recommendation for you guys is quartz. Now, within the quartz family, we have rose quartz. So rose quartz is another great crystal. Rose quartz is going to work specifically for the emotions. So I like to think of rose quartz as a bubble bath for your emotions and your feelings. If you're going through a hard time emotionally, if you're going through a breakup or the passing of someone, if you're grieving, if you're recovering emotionally, rose quartz is going to be the stone for you. It's really going to help that recovery process and smooth any harshings that come with that process. Once again, it is like a beautiful bubble bath for your aura and your energy. And it's a loving stone. It's going to help you connect with others as well. It's a great relationship stone if you are in a relationship, if you're looking for a relationship, and the self-love relationship. So a relationship with yourself. If you are a person who struggles with depression, anxiety, self-worth, rose quartz is really going to help you with that. Another one within the quartz family is smoky quartz. So smoky quartz specifically works with negativity. So if you have negative energy, if you're working with grounding, it's a very grounding stone. Any of the dark stones, for the most part, are going to be talking about grounding and protection. So with it being a protection stone, but more so a grounding stone, and it has the ability to turn negative energy into positive energy. So that's a great benefit of this stone. Another great protective stone, in talking about that ability to turn negative energy into positive energy, because some crystals simply absorb the negative energy and they hold that, and you're going to have to cleanse it. Black tourmaline is a beautiful stone because you do not have to cleanse it. It is a self-cleanser. Black tourmaline is the next crystal that is on my list. Black tourmaline comes in all different shapes, but you can see here the black shades that it runs in, almost like small little pencils that are clustered up together. Black tourmaline is going to be it's a very, very great stone for grounding, but also I think of this as a sponge for negative energy. Black tourmaline, I have a piece in almost every room of my house because it really does work as a sponge and a filter to filter out that negative energy. Now, black tourmaline also has the ability to work with computers and the electromagnetic waves that come out of our laptops, our TVs, and our cell phones. So it's going to be good for that as well. Now, the next stone that I really would suggest for anyone is malachite. Malachite's one of my favorite stones as well. It works very well with the heart chakra. So very similar to rose quartz, but it is great for scrying. So if you see all of the patterns on this malachite, it's great to work with meditation and looking at. This is a great stone to connect you with nature and the earth, and as well as talking about black tourmaline, how it works with the frequencies in the air around us. Malachite does the same thing. So if you have a malachite piece, you can set it by your laptop when you're working on your laptop. You can have it by your TV or by your Wi-Fi box. That's going to help absorb any negative energies or any frequencies that are not beneficial or healthy for the human body. Malachite is going to absorb that. One thing I do want to say about malachite, we do not want to get malachite wet unless it is a very hard, polished, and maybe cured piece. We don't want to get malachite wet because the reaction to malachite, especially these dry, druzy crystals inside, is toxic if we get it wet. So we do not want to get malachite wet. If you live in a humid area, make sure that it's put up to where it's not going to get damaged by the water. So going back to the quartz family, another crystal that I suggest is citrine. So citrine is a great money stone. Citrine works really good if you are manifesting money. It's a great stone to put on your altar towards manifesting money, but also abundance as well. Citrine does work with the solar plexus chakra, which I also have the whole chakra explanations on my Patreon as well. But the citrine works with that chakra and really helps uplift us. It's an inspiring stone, a creative stone. And citrine is definitely another one that I would recommend. And it's funny how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half of the crystals that I'm talking about are all within the quartz family. So that's why I would recommend starting with quartz. But the final quartz family member that we have is amethyst. So amethyst is a great beginner stone. It's very, very close to being up there with quartz as the #1 stone for people to work with. It does stimulate intuition, but more so creativity, but also the connection to spirituality and the divine and any sort of divination, dream work, all of that stuff. Amethyst is a great stone, and it's also a sobering stone. So it was used back in the medieval days as they had chalices with amethyst on it to prevent people from getting overly intoxicated. So it's a sobering stone, so it does work with sobering our mind and really help clear thinking. So it's a great stone for meditation. It's a great stone for spiritual work. And it is a good stone for dream work as well. If you are working with sleep practices and magic, it's a great stone for that, amethyst. And it's very cheap. It's very readily available. It's one of the more common crystals. So I don't think anyone would have a problem finding some amethyst. But amethyst is an amazing, amazing, and often overlooked because of its popularity. I think that it is... it's overlooked for its metaphysical properties because it is so common. But we don't want to overlook amethyst because it is a very strong and powerful crystal. The next crystal that I'm going to show you guys is tiger's eye. So tiger's eye is very up there with black tourmaline and smoky quartz with being a protective crystal. Tiger's eye is a great stone for commuters or if you are traveling in the car. Tiger's eye is a great stone to carry with you. It's a great stone for travelers. It was often used for travelers as amulets or talismans to protect them from evil. It's a protection stone, both from spiritual protection and physical protection, which is nice because some crystals are either one or the other. Tiger's eye is actually both. So everyone, I'm pretty sure, tiger's eye is another one of those common crystals that I think is often overlooked because it is so common. But tiger's eye is very, very protective, and I think everyone should have this in their collection, especially to carry with you on travels, vacations, anything like that, commutes. going back to the dream and the dream, lucid dreaming, and connecting to that is selenite. So selenite is an amazing, amazing stone. It's my #1 stone for sleep aid. So if you have trouble sleeping, you can find selenite. It's readily available. You can find it even in some convenience stores. They sell it now. But selenite is a great stone for sleep. So have selenite by your bed. It's also another one of those stones that does not need to be cleansed. So selenite is a self-cleanser, and they often sell selenite pads, like charging pads, that you can put other crystals on. So if you have a large piece of selenite or a flat piece, you can rest other crystals on top of that selenite to really charge the crystals. So selenite is another one that you will not have to charge, and another one, like malachite, that we do not want to get wet. Selenite will erode over time, so we don't want to get it wet or submerge it in water. You don't want to leave it outside. It doesn't need to be cleansed, so you don't need to worry about setting it out for the full moon. If you do, I would not leave it out overnight, because that moisture in the morning, the dew, is going to mess up your crystal. So be careful with both selenite and malachite with water. Now, the last crystal on my list is labradorite. So this is the stone of magic, is the traditional term used for this stone. Labradorite, it's a tongue twister, it's very, very good for intuition. It's the ultimate stone for intuition. It's the ultimate stone for magic as well. So if you're looking to strengthen intuition, labradorite is going to be the stone for you. It's so beautiful, and you can also use it as scrying, looking at the different pieces, the different glows that come with it. It's often called dragon's scale because of the iridescent flash that it has. But this is a great stone for anyone that's working in spell work, looking to strengthen their craft. This stone is going to be amazing and really help you trust yourself a lot more and strengthen your intuition. So this is a great stone for learners and educators, people that are seeking out the occult knowledge, hidden information. This is an amazing stone for you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing about my top 10 favorite crystals. I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And if I left a crystal out that you consider one of the top 10s in yours, please leave a comment and let me know. But thank you guys for watching, and if you are interested in learning more in depth about each specific crystal, head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/southernmagic, and there is a link in my bio. And for $5, you can unlock all the videos that I have up about crystals. So thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to talking to you more in the comments.